All right, you do understand you could have been killed that day, or you could have killed someone else. You understand?
Third DWI, she's already on probation and she picked up another one. 2 kids at home, grandparents raising them. And today, this woman walks into a Texas courtroom hoping a judge shows mercy she hasn't earned yet. The state has a plan, the judge has questions, and somewhere between a grandfather's tears and a felony drug court referral, this woman's entire future gets decided in one afternoon. Watch closely.
All right, Alejandra Amazon. Hello. Good morning. How are you doing?
Better.
I'm sorry, Odyssey is running so slow. I'm waiting for it to upload your case. All right,
Okay.
so we're here today for sentencing.
Correct.
All right, the court is calling 2022 CR 7545 State versus Alejandra Almazan. Can I have parties announced?
Brandon Prada for the state.
Ted Wood representing Ms. Almazan.
All right, and are you Miss Almazan?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you had entered a plea of true to violation of condition number 1. And number 15 was waived without objection. And we're here today for sentencing. Okay. All right, anything you want to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, Ms. Almazan's grandfather, so I'd like to bring him up to offer testimony. May I bring
Yes.
him up?
Mhm. All right, they're going to have you step back over here, okay?
Yes, Amazon,
Yes, ma'am.
with your back to the camera.
Hello, hello. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Richard Gooden.
All right, you may proceed.
Thank you, Judge. Richard, how exactly are you related to Alex?
I'm her grandfather.
And how long have you known her?
Her
Her
whole
entire
life.
life, okay.
I was there the day she was born, so.
Okay.
yeah.
What is the nature of y'all's contact now at this time? Does she live with y'all?
Yes,
Okay. And does she have any children?
yes.
How many? And where do those children live?
With us right now.
Okay. Are you and your wife taking care of the children?
Yes,
Okay. Has this situation with Alex put a strain on y'all's resources and your time resources regarding taking care of these kiddos?
yes.
Okay. What else is going on right now in your family life that has brought you here today?
Well, my wife is gonna need surgery again. To repair something that she had done in 2020 and then redone in 2021, so. It's, her health is not the best right now.
Is it fair to say that she's over 39?
Yes.
Okay. You have a statement that you
Yes.
would like to, that you prepared, that you'd like to read to Judge Boyd.
Yes.
Why don't you go ahead and read?
All right, well, before you read that,
Yes, ma'am.
let me just tell you, because I always like for people to be on track. These are my issues, right? She's on probation for DWI 3rd. She's pled true to another DWI.
Yes.
Now, a lot of what I do, one depends on if I continue her, obviously she needs inpatient treatment because outpatient treatment isn't doing it. Then the other thing is what is happening with that new number 1. Does anybody know?
Well, she pled true to it.
Yes, I mean, she pled true to it, but what is the state's plans for that new number 1? Is the plan we are going to continue with that? Is the plan, we're going to dismiss that and see what happens in this case? I mean, you all probably need to discuss that because otherwise she's going to be in limbo. Because even if I were to continue her and continue on probation and say she's going to inpatient treatment, she can't leave to go anywhere. No place will accept her if she has this case pending. So what I would suggest humbly is that you all talk about that new number one to see specifically what's gonna happen with that. And then, because that needs to be taken care of, because even if I were to refer her to felony drug court, they won't accept her if she has this pending case.
I humbly take your suggestion.
All right, okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Are you all ready on Alejandra Almazan?
Yes, Judge. Yeah, Mr. Gooten, come back up, Judge.
I mean, sure. Well, they're offering her probation on this new case, or is she just applying for probation?
We're running it concurrently with whatever you decide, Judge.
Okay, yeah, I don't need him to come back up unless you just want him back up.
Judge, I'd just kind of like to give a little bit more perspective than what I can do. 3 minutes.
Oh, no, no, no. Just 1 second. All right, so we're back on the record in 2022 CR 7545, State versus Alejandra Almazan.
Yes.
Could I have parties reannounced?
Brandon Prater for the state.
Ted Wood representing Ms. Almazan.
And you're Miss Almazan?
Yes, sir.
All right. Just 1 moment. She entered a plea of true to violation of condition number 1. The court is finding that true. Probation. Has she ever been referred to felony drug court? Okay.
I do not that she has done.
All right, this is what the court will do. Under that cause number, the court will deny the motion, alter and amend conditions to include the following: in custody. There's going to be a referral to felony drug court. If not accepted, then follow TAP recommendations. And this is to run concurrent with 2026 CR 005580. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing in that cause number?
But Judge, what is the term of community supervision the court is imposing?
No, no, no. This is the motion to revoke. So she's already on probation.
No, Judge, no, nothing further to that.
Anything?
Nothing
further
from the
to say?
state, Judge.
Probation, anything else that you would recommend? All right, next we're proceeding on 2026 CR 005580, State versus, oh, well, it's the same person.
Yes,
You all
ma'am.
are the same parties. Am I correct in that?
Yes,
All right.
got to the chase.
Counsel, have you received all discovery under that cause number?
I have, Your Honor.
And did you review it with your client?
I have, Judge.
Ms. Almazan, did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
And did you sign it?
Yes, sir.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do, Judge.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
We are, Judge.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, sir.
Oh, off the record for a moment. So what are you all recommending for the punishment?
I was about to come to that. What's the remainder of your? How much time she have left?
So, I mean, it's whatever you all want to agree for underlining a punishment. So if y'all can come to an agreement to that.
We'll do. 3 years.
But I can tell you, if you're doing 2 years, felony drug court is longer than 2 years.
Nice.
You see CJ left the other day?
No.
She retired, 30 years.
Oh, that is awesome though. All right. So did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? You're charged with driving while intoxicated, third or more. That is a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow the plea. If the court does not follow the plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes,
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
yes,
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
yes.
Ms. Almazan, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No,
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
no,
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. There's a $1,400 fine. The state is recommending community supervision. This will run concurrent with 2022 CR 7545. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes.
Defense?
It is, Judge, and I have just a little something I'd like to say about the fine.
Okay. State?
It is, Judge.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, sir. So, due process, you have a certificate, that's not, without an AA plus.
All right. Thank you for letting me know.
Would you like to see any of the certificates?
Let me see that after I get to
Understood.
that part. Okay, no problem. So did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places? By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes,
Any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years. There be 100 hours community service restitution, DWI intervention, VIP, ignition interlock for the full term, Texas license suspension for 1 year and 10 days in the Bexar County Jail. Did you understand? Those are recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations. Did you understand?
yes.
All right, then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
Judge, we offer to see exhibit number 1, including all attachments.
No objections, Judge.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call, and the right to remain silent?
Yes.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. And state, you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, Ms. Almazan pulled a boner.
Mhm.
That's not legal talk, that's real talk.
Mhm.
We're very grateful for the opportunity to have the recommendation to felony drug court. I'm somewhat chagrined that her previous attorney did not recommend it, considering to be here, you have to have 2 DWIs.
Mhm.
That's kind of a high sign, but better late than never.
Mhm.
So we're enthusiastic about recommendation to felony drug court. Ms. Almazan is scared. She can't do it. But when we start, we're all scared that we can't do it.
Okay. All right, you do understand you could have been killed that day, or you could have killed someone else. You understand?
Very issue. Before I found the arms, I used to be in a jail, and it was just whatever to me, but this is a little lesson learned, and I do understand that I could have hurt somebody, I will not be able to live with that, whether it's family, kids, or mom. This is the time where it's the lesson really learned, I'm ashamed that my grandparents just take care of my kids, that's shameful.
Mhm.
My kids, my two daughters, one that participated in this meeting, and it's selfish of me to put my past wants before their needs or anybody else's.
So let me just tell you. People always will say with addictions, they're ashamed, but it is what it means. It's an addiction. So there's no shame in that, right? What you need to do is get help. It's sort of like when people say, I'm really ashamed I have mental health issues. There's no shame in having a mental health issue, right? So you shouldn't feel ashamed. You should just want to change, right? And you should want to do better for your children, okay? Because trust me, I think grandparents just want to be grandparents. They're supposed to be spoiling your children and then sending them back home, giving them cookies anytime they want to and saying, that's on you.
I don't want to say.
Yeah. But thank goodness they're here for you, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is going to find you guilty. The court is going to sentence you to 5 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 3 years. Regular random UAs. Make sure they test for alcohol. Regular reporting by Zoom or in person. This is run concurrent with 2022 CR 7545. There's going to be 10 days in the Bexar County Jail as a condition of probation. In custody, there's to be an evaluation for felony drug court, and counsel, since you're in felony drug court, I know you will plead her case.
I will, Judge.
Thank you. There is to be 100 hours of community service restitution for every sober support. 200 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once parenting classes are completed, 100 hours will be deemed satisfied.
Thank you, Judge.
The remaining hours for every sober support meeting you complete, an hour will be deducted from your community service.
Thank you, Judge.
There's going to be field visits 1 time per month until further notice. DWI intervention course, VIP live, ignition interlock for the full term. Or that's if she has access to a vehicle. Probation, I'm sorry. If she has access to a vehicle, it will be ignition interlock for the full term. If she doesn't have access to any vehicles, then any monitoring device with an affidavit of non-driving.
Can the felony drug court impose the type of device that they choose?
Yes,
Okay. And I can give them an affidavit of non-driving.
yes. 2-year license suspension. DWI education course. There's a $1,400 fine that will be probated.
Thank you, Judge.
Probation. Is there anything else that's needed? Do we need a TAP evaluation?
Judge, I believe you're doing a top evaluation in custody, and if she doesn't get accepted, felony drug court evaluate, follow all of those recommendations.
Yes,
Do you want the DWI intervention and the DWI education?
yes.
And that's also,
All right. Is there anything else you need from the court?
oh, I'm sorry. I don't know if you want to do the proof of employment.
Yes. Proof of employment within 45 days of release, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. And then, Ms. Abrams, based upon what I'm reading in the police report, if we can do a mental health evaluation as well?
Don't they do that in jail under 1622?
Well, no, not, they just ask specific questions, but this is to see whether or not she would be appropriate for dual diagnosis or
Or
mental health.
ACOG or something like that? as well?
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm just basing that upon the police report I reviewed, okay?
Can she do that in the 10 days?
Oh,
Okay.
what will end up happening, if she is accepted into felony drug court, then felony drug court will take over and they will assign whatever conditions they deem is appropriate. But counsel, please let them know that what I've read in the police report, based upon medications that she said she was taking, they need to do a mental health evaluation.
Understood.
All right, Is there anything else that you need from the court?
Well, thank you for the time, for the last week, I guess, for more, clear on my side. If I am accepted to the family jail for I am looking to rehab, I do want help, I was gonna say, how long will I be on the family drug court?
The felony drug court is approximately, it's usually like 2 years total.
Okay, I appreciate it, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, so here's the thing. I have yet, and I think your attorney will tell you, when I was a defense attorney, I never had a client who told me my intention was to drink until intoxication, drive, and kill somebody. That never happens. But guess what? He and I both have had clients who've been charged with intoxication manslaughter, intoxication assault, because when they say you lose your mental faculties and your physical faculties, you're not thinking, hey, I could kill somebody. You're thinking, I got this, right? And you don't want that to happen, because you could kill anybody, including yourself, and then your children wouldn't have their mom. Okay. All right. Good luck to you. You're welcome. Make sure you stay in contact with your caseworkers and everything, and stay in contact with probation. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you for the very good. This will be the last one that you will see in for any type of thing.
The attorney will tell you, though, it's just one day at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 hour at a time, because you're going to have temptations. And anybody, if you're out at a restaurant, because I know you're going to be in recovery, if you're out at a restaurant and you're with friends and you tell them, hey, I'm clean and sober, I can't have alcohol, and they still try to tell you it's just one drink, those are not your friends. Okay. Okay. All right. Good luck to you. You're welcome.
The judge gave her 5 years suspended, 3 years probation, 10 days jail, felony drug court, 200 hours community service, and a mental health evaluation. That's not a punishment, that's a roadmap. She got every tool available. Now the only variable left is her. So here's the question, did she earn this second chance, or did the system just delay the inevitable? Do you think the judge was right, or did the defendant waste her final chance? Comment below, hit like, and subscribe for more real courtroom breakdowns.